The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Media Mash, a roundtable of Cowboys insiders dropping wisdom and offering sizzling takes on the current state of your Dallas Cowboys. Now, your host, Newy Scruggs.
Happy new league year. The NFL league year starts today, 3 p.m.
Boom.
And to talk about this and many Cowboy moves we have, Jean-Jacques Taylor, president of the JJT Media Group. Big meeting today.
I thought you were going to say fan
good
club.
things happen. Good things happen today. So.
Hey, you know.
Yes.
Things popping.
The Hall of Famer, Ed Werder, is here. And most trusted, our man, Clarence Hill.
What's up, sir? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good. I'm doing
New league year starts now. Nothing's happened last 48 hours. You got to all wait till today.
49ers getting everybody, and the Cowboys actually decided to spend a little bit of money.
Did they?
A little bit.
Did they?
They spent some money.
Did
Brian
they?
Anger is
Did
done.
they?
So
Long snapper done.
the words I said,
Did
they decided to spend a little bit of money, right?
It was selectively aggressive.
Was that a little bit of money? Was that not a little bit of money? Did
It's
I
a
lie?
nominal amount of money.
Okay.
A nominal amount.
And
They didn't spend none last year.
John Wooden once said, I think it's paraphrasing, don't confuse activity with getting something done.
I said a little bit, and a little bit of money was spent.
Are they better?
Kavonte Turpin, 3 year, $18 million. Solomon Thomas, 2 years, $8 million. Javonte Williams, 1 year, $3.5 million. Rob Jones, 1 year, $4.75 million.
It was all at the dollar store.
Marquise Bell, and once again, a little bit of money. What I said. So I said is correct.
The NFL version of Nordstrom not open to the locals.
That ain't Nordstrom.
Forget Neiman's. They closed down downtown.
Nordstrom Rack?
That ain't Nordstrom Rack either.
No.
Now, Nordstrom Rack, you still get some name brands. Ain't no name brands in here. Ain't no. This is all raw, second, discontinued.
Open package. Open box. Garage sale. Defective. Slightly flawed.
TJ Maxx.
I mean,
Stitching's just off a little bit.
the first round,
but it'll still work.
The first round defensive end from New Orleans never started the game in 4 years. Has been a first round pick
But he got 5 sacks.
in 4 years.
Oh, you all into the details.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying you switched him out for Chauncey Golston, who had 5.5 sacks this year.
So 1 year.
So is he
Right.
the Saints
$3 million
version of
for
Shante Carver?
Turner.
Saints version of Shante
Yeah,
Carver?
probably.
Shante.
Chauncey probably had more production than that.
Arizona State, Shante Carver.
No.
Far drop out from Willie McGinnis.
I thought he was going to say Taco. He went to Shante Carver.
I remember, man.
I was leaving that to you. I was letting everybody throw one out. There's a couple more.
I remember where I was at. I was at a track meet at Loyola University. It was a high school track meet watching Deshaun Jackson because his brother Byron was a producer for me in L.A. And I'm like,
Shante what?
and but just remember it was the talk about Willie McGinnis. Like, oh, they gonna go get Willie? They gonna go get Willie? They could go get Willie, and yeah, that didn't happen.
It did not happen.
God, Shante Carver. I'm like, wow, this is this wasn't the Pac-10 guy you were looking for. It was like the conference, and that was about it. But yes, Ed, great recall. That's why you're in the Hall of Fame.
But they have been active.
And they spent a little bit of money.
Again, the good news is that they've signed 4 outside for him. We're not, everybody want to lump. Turpin was already on the team. I mean, the guys that were already on the team is not the same as adding guys. I mean, they were, Turpin was going to be one way or another, whether it was going to be a second
You
round.
do have to keep. There's value in keeping your own best players, like Osa, Digizua.
Or Jordan Lewis.
Yeah, that would have been a value.
You wouldn't-
But I'm
no,
saying,
love
you
Jordan.
can't,
You
you
wouldn't
can't say,
pay Jordan
they didn't
10
sign
million.
anybody. They kept
I would've
those. They
paid
kept
Jordan
Turpin.
10.
Those are important players.
You were not paying Jordan Lewis.
Why do we see? I think that.
You're not paying a 31-year-old off-injured cornerback, no matter how much we love him and like
That
him.
nothing to do with love him.
You're not paying him.
It's 10.
30
It's 10 a lot of money. We have to readjust what we think is a lot of money. That's what frustrates me about. Oh, 10 million. 10 million is peanuts.
They can get 3 players.
That is peanuts. That is not a lot of money. The cap is going up and up. Everybody's floor is up and up and up.
So
we have to readjust our mind. What is a lot of money?
But once again, Clarence, I come back into this.
Just like Golston got $6 million.
When we talked about this.
And the dude that he replaced him got $4 million. What's the difference?
Are we going to be able to calm him down
drafted
at some point?
Golston. You drafted
guys.
Golston.
No.
He has shown you development.
Everybody
Why would you?
Okay, check this out.
Everybody
Check
doesn't
this
get to
out.
stay.
Check this out. If you follow on that sword, I'd rather spend the money on Golston than Jordan, just because I don't, as general manager of my team, I don't pay age.
But I get you. But my point is, you weren't talking about, you were talking about money. But I'm just saying is that people get started with, well, Golston's too much at $6. No, he's not. He's not too much at $6 million when you play a guy who ain't Peter drop $4 million.
Drip, drip, drip.
I'm just saying, like, you know, you see what they've done. They're filling out their roster. Certainly,
they don't have any voids. What do you want them to do?
Solomon Thomas.
Remember the year they had the draft for
Solomon Thomas is an upgrade of what you had at backup 3 technique.
If you want to play the run, Carlos, it doesn't help you.
Right, it doesn't. Exactly. Better than Carlos Watkins as a backup 3 technique. You needed numbers at the position. Certainly losing Chauncey, you needed numbers at end. You're possibly going to lose DeMarcus Lawrence. So you go after the guy. But that guy that you got, Peyton, you could have got him next week. You didn't have to get him today for $4 million. I mean, it was not like
him in June.
That's what I'm saying.
Or July.
So you sign these guys
1 year,
on
$3 million.
You sign these guys on the first day, first 2 days. Guys that you would have signed in the second or third week of free agency, but you signed them early, and now we're doing something.
Okay, so all right.
They always trying to put okie doke.
And we even talked about the running back swap.
We criticize them.
Yes, we do.
For not doing something.
No, we criticize them for not improving the team. Let's not. No. See, I don't want to do that because we're playing that semantics game.
Yeah,
we criticize them for not improving the talent on the team. We criticize them for not getting over this drought by doing something differently.
You didn't need air quotes for that.
I'm just saying, that little drought. We criticize them on a little drought because the goal always, because we're not rebuilding, and you got Dak and CD and you finna pay Micah, is to win a Super Bowl.
Are they any closer to Philadelphia and Washington today than they were when the season ended?
See, that's the question.
And Washington has gotten one of the best left tackles in football in Laramie Tunsil, and they traded for Deebo Samuel. You know, I said last week that the Cowboys are one of 3 teams at wide receiver who got all of the 100-yard individual receiving performances from a single receiver. They're one of 3 teams. CeeDee Lamb was the only one to do that for the Cowboys last year, even though he didn't finish the season. The other 2 teams who fell in that category are Washington, who went out and traded for Deebo Samuel to have a second receiver opposite Terry McLaurin, and the Steelers, who traded for DK Metcalf to pair with George Pickens. What are you laughing at?
If I told you, the FCC would be upset.
You're on point, Ed. You're on point. It's nothing you said, Ed. It's totally wild out here.
I thought maybe I wasn't hearing Chris in my headphones or something.
No,
he had some snarky remark or something. Clarence apparently fell asleep.
I was just laughing. I was listening to you talk. I was looking around. I'm like, did they start laughing?
I know. It's me and you against them.
No, it was not you. They're doing something. It ain't what everybody thinks and wants, but they're doing more than what they did last year.
But last year they didn't. I mean, you don't get no credit for doing more than last year.
But hey, look,
the goal around here is supposedly, allegedly, what we've been told over the years is to win Super Bowls. So we ain't really impressed by the fact that you signed a bunch of guys named Joe.
There's 3 ways to improve your team in the offseason. Trades, they haven't done that. Other teams have. Free agent acquisitions, they haven't done that in terms of acquiring starting caliber players.
Yes.
And the draft. They have 10 picks. They're putting it all on the draft again, so it appears. Now, maybe they'll sign Cooper Kupp in an hour. I don't know.
And so another Hall of Famer, you know very well. Rick Gosselin said the worst money spent is the first couple of days. And I wasn't expecting them to go out here and spend, like when I saw Devontae.
You say that, but what day did Philadelphia sign Saquon Barkley last year?
I mean, see, that's all relative.
What day did they sign Zach Bond?
I hate when, because Steven says, yes, you overspend for instance. No duh, okay? And certainly the goal is to improve your football team. The goal is to not, the Cowboys have not spent more than $6 million in over a decade.
On any one player.
On any one player, since they, failed with
You're correct.
Greg Hardy.
And they really haven't spent big money.
And they think they failed on Brandon Carr. right?
Yeah,
That's
since
the last
Brandon Carr.
$50 million player.
But again, as we point out, we keep talking about the Eagles. The Eagles made mistakes in guys they added there. The guy that they added last year for big money free agent who was inactive for the Super Bowl.
Right.
It didn't matter because they got Saquon Barkley, got Zach Bond. They still got other guys. You can still you still swing the bat.
Yeah,
You know, you don't get gun shy because you had a mistake.
and those weren't even mistakes. They were just good players, not great players.
You know, so the idea that yes,
And
the money's going to go up, and then we keep getting caught up in it. Ain't your money, Rick Gosselin.
Oh,
I mean, it's not. I mean, we get caught up in, and they got fans, so I wouldn't pay for that. And I wouldn't. All the money is going up. The floor is going up for what we think is a good player and what good money looks like.
So
I mean, it's like Debo. Well, Debo getting 17. Okay, the top receiver's getting 33. 17 is not a lot for Debo.
So what would you have liked them? What would you have wanted to see?
I don't know. See, that's a good question. Come up with a solution. Don't just complain.
Clarence, most trusted.
That defensive tackle from Washington that went to Minnesota,
Jonathan Allen.
Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, let's start with him.
He's he's coming off a major injury, and his performance has declined in recent years, but he is still a very high-level player in the interior defensive line.
I mean, go get Asante Samuel. I mean, you lost. I mean, like I said, I would love for him to keep Jordan. You know, go get Asante Samuel. You know, you there's still things you can do. You have to do, but
Sign Devontae Adams.
But signing backups,
You knew that one.
Well, first of all, you don't have a started linebacker right now. You really got two holes for starting cornerbacks right now. Okay, you have a hole for starting second receiver right now.
You're not feeling all of that in the draft.
Here's what I would do.
I'm saying you need to go get more than backups. Everybody you sign basically are backups, and who potentially could get cut in training camp if they don't pan out.
Why didn't they do what Micah Parsons asked them to do?
Sign him.
Sign me for less than
40.
market value. That price has gone up twice already. The highest paid non-quarterback in football has gone up twice, and that's what he's going to probably get if he forces the issue. If he takes market value, that's what he's going to get. And he said, sign me early so you can improve the team around me. That's what I want to do. And they didn't do it. They didn't sign him, and they didn't do the other part of it.
Right.
And then if you look at Myles Garrett, who wanted out of Cleveland, he got a whole new deal in a week. So it don't take that long.
I love that.
But they did have a nice family picture out there in the Bahamas.
Great play. That was a great.
Did they go to Bahamas already?
I don't know.
That was an old picture. You
Could've been
looking
an
at
old picture.
Yeah, you looking at an old picture. But
Was Romo and Witten in it?
yeah, I think Romo. Yeah, that's that Romo picture. I mean, okay, and if you want to do something, then do something different. Go sign Tyler Smith and get him out the way because you know you want to keep him.
Okay.
I mean,
What did they create all this cap space?
Exactly. What was
What
the
was
money?
the $50 million?
What was the money for?
Are they
If
going to
you're
spend it
not
now?
gonna use
Maybe they're going to spend it now. Some guys are still becoming available now.
All the money is gone.
No. There's players still available.
No. Players that demanding money is gone. I mean, the players that's
I think
available.
Cooper Kupp's going to demand $20 million.
I doubt it.
The market's 33.
Okay.
Better
He was
than
going to get
Debo.
20 from the Rams.
I mean, your boy in
He's a
Washington.
Super Bowl MVP.
You know, a couple of years ago.
He won the Triple Crown.
A couple of years ago, he's been
You
declining.
don't think a guy like that has value here or around the league?
I think
all
he
the
has
Sean
value.
McVay assistants who are out there.
No,
you don't
I think
none
he
of
has.
them are gonna
I
pay
just don't
Super
think.
Cup?
I just don't think he's going to get $20 million.
Oh, he gonna, yeah, he
I
gonna,
don't think he's going to get $20 million.
what y'all gonna put on it? Pepsi, a Coca-Cola.
Pepsi products, sir. The products.
I'm sorry, man. I can't keep up. Some
First of all, you can't keep up.
Didn't Jerry wear white Pepsi boots like 35
been
years
there
ago?
since the 90s. Don't say it. Act like it's not a change, okay? It's not a keep up thing.
I had old man moment.
Okay.
I'm entitled to that.
Dr. Pepper. You want a 7-Up? You know.
Yeah, what-
Sun-Kissed.
You know, Grandma called everything Coke.
You're
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
You're a journalist. You're an author and a journalist. Stop it. Stop it. You know Jerry's loyalty. We're gonna take a break right
Yeah, it's time for
Let's
a break.
take a break right there. Clarence is unhappy.
No, he's
So
mad.
let's
I'm
dive,
not unhappy or
He has
mad.
proprietary
into
interest
the-
in this franchise.
dive
not
into
unhappy
the
or
running
mad.
back spot next. So Clarence,
Let's talk about the runner. Let's talk about Rico.
that's right. So Clarence is on one. Like the kids would say, he's on one.
No.
Most trusted is on one. Hall of Famer Ed Werder is here. Clarence Hill is here. Jean-Jacques Taylor, I'm Newy Scruggs, the Media Mash, right? DallasCowboys.com. And go ahead.
Got activity. The Bills are trading Kara Elam and a 6th-round pick to Dallas for 5th and 7th-round picks. Kyle Elam.
Who?
We'll discuss that next.
Do we have to?
Who?
Let me call my dad. So you know
to
about
quote
this.
the guys at TNT, who he is. We'll do that next, right here on the Media Mash, DallasCowboys.com.
How do you tell the world about all the great gifts in the Yeti store? Let her rip, Troy.
All right, folks, let's get started with the Yeti French Press. Enjoy coffee that stays hot for hours in a French press. 34 ounce for you, 6'4" for the cruise, the Yeti French Press. Up next, waterproof bags. Bags waterproof. Submersible waterproof doubles. Waterproof bags. World's mostly water, so get a waterproof Yeti bag. Do I smell something cooking? Oh, new cast iron skillets made to be passed down like Mama's recipes. Take a steak, cornbread, cobbler's pot pie, and potatoes next level with 3 sizes of Yeti cast iron skillets.
Gear, gifts, and product experts. Visit the Yeti store on McKinney Street and at South Lake Town Square today.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. They sure make game day special, and for every purchase of the new Tyson Cowboys Nuggets this holiday season, Tyson Foods will donate $1 to the Salvation Army up to $100,000. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Back to Media Mash.
Media Mash, right here on DallasCowboys.com. We have Jean-Jacques Taylor, Hall of Famer Ed Werder, most trusted. He is Clarence Hill Jr. Jock, Texas, Ohio State, Columbus. You got tickets already? You rolling up? You going?
I'm going. You know, my son will be up there, so I'm hoping he can work.
That's a yes. Clarence?
The plan is to go. Plan is to be. I'm focused on this.
Man, and he's a master at acquiring tickets. So
yes, he is.
I mean, he's a master at acquiring tickets.
I ain't gonna lie on that.
So
Ed,
I'm gonna be in the building. Whether I'm sitting with a bunch of Longhorns again, to be determined. But I feel confident.
Ed, you got to watch Clarence do his thing, man. Clarence, if there's an event that needs to be, Clarence is there.
From what I heard a minute ago, I need to see you do your thing. But I'm going to be in Colorado, so you have to do it without me, which I'm sure is not a problem.
I tell you.
What do you studying, Mr. Hill?
Elam. We're looking up Elam, the guy, the cornerback the Cowboys just traded for. Kaiir Elam, another former first-round pick.
The fact that a
23rd overall pick in 2022 from Florida.
I think he's got really loose hips, good speed.
He can get turned.
Yep.
Good hip turn.
Soft ankles.
Let's see if he's done anything. How many games has he played in?
The fact that
we're sitting here all just now that it's
total tackles 76, 1 fumble recovery, 6 pass deflections, 2 picks.
Sounds like Andrew Booth.
The one common denominator for all these obscure players the Cowboys have brought in free agency on defense is they're all former first-round picks.
So they had a little something at one point. They got talent, and this is the coaching staff to pull it out of.
And yeah, this is Reclamation City now, right?
We'll see.
It's going to be this year's T-shirt.
See.
Well, I mean, first of all, it again, we talked about earlier, and so I kicked that butt for not adding starters. This is clearly a walk-in starter. You have huge holes.
You think he's a walk-in starter?
You don't have an outside corner. You don't have a slot corner. You're not trading for a guy to compete.
They only gave up it was an exchange of picks.
But he's a former first-round pick, so he's under. I mean, he's a young guy. He's 23 years old. So
how old is Kelvin Joseph?
Stop it.
Why do you say stop it?
Stop it. He ain't Kelvin Joseph.
How old was Andrew Booth?
I mean, y'all need to stop it.
Well, how many games has Elam started in Buffalo? Look that up. Let me know.
Again, you need a slot.
That's Abe Elam's son.
He might compete for a starter.
Abe Elam's son.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if he can.
He'll compete to play, but I would say there's a likelihood they could take a player in the draft or the kid they took last year, Kalen Collins. Is it Collins? I always get that wrong.
Seatbelt. Kalen Carson.
Kalen Carson.
Kalen Carson was not considered to be a first round.
Did not end well here.
He was not considered to be a first round talent. Okay, this kid is.
Well, they put him on the field.
This kid was picked in round 1 of 2022. He's still just 23 years old. So I mean, he's a young guy. I mean, and he's still.
Buffalo's giving up on him because they're getting nothing back for him.
A 5th and a 7th is what Buffalo gives. A 5th
He has
this
started
year.
12 games in 3 seasons.
And in 2026.
And you're saying he's a walk-in starter?
For what the Cowboys have right now?
Yeah.
Do you know who else they have at cornerback?
I know he's got to compete for playing time. He's not going to be a walk-in starter.
Okay. Maybe too much dip on the chip there, but have you seen the cornerback depth chart for the Cowboys?
Indeed.
Okay. Based on what we have seen right now, it means that they don't have to force a corner at the top of the draft. Is probably what it means as well. Is that they can still take the best player available. They don't have to force a corner at the top of the draft. But we don't even know if Diggs is going to be ready to go at the start of the season.
I'm assuming he's not going to.
I was going to say I'm not anticipating.
So you look at what they have. Again, not having Jordan at the slot, all you got is Deron Bland that you can count on.
And how many games did he miss last year?
Well, he's healthy now. He finished the season on the field, so we're going to give him credit for being healthy and ready to go for the offseason. He finished the season on the field.
John Scott, who's a local TV guy at Buffalo, said it obviously never worked out for Elam with the Bills, but I'll reiterate, it was not from a lack of effort. I saw Kyer regularly working extra after practice over these past few seasons. Maybe a fresh start will change things.
It makes it work.
I don't care. You know who worked harder than anybody I ever seen around this joint? Ebenezer Ekubine.
Another guy who was benching a defensive end.
Worked as hard, and I one time asked somebody in the scouting department, I said, how can a guy who works that hard and looks like that can't play? He said, he just doesn't have it. He doesn't have that natural bend to get around the edge. So I don't care how hard he works. Everybody in the NFL that's worth a daggone works hard. That's not a difference.
He has 2 correct career playoff interceptions.
Oh, now you're going to throw the playoff thing in our face around here.
Look, so Jacques.
So he didn't play. Did he play last year?
I love Solomon Thomas. I don't care how much charity work he does. Can you make some sacks and make some plays?
Again.
Let me see if I can reach out to somebody
Reunited
who can answer in the next.
Reunited with his college. I mean, his defensive line coach for the Jets.
Who couldn't help him play the run up there either?
The Jets.
Yeah.
The D-line coach here was with the Jets last year.
You talking about South? I thought we were still talking about Elam. My bad. I'm sorry. I thought we were
I'm sorry. I went on a personal rant.
I still on
Clarence
Elam.
and I are trying to respond to breaking news. If you don't,
we're still on Elam. He has.
You're looking hard for some numbers on Elam now.
He has 12 total starts in 3 years.
Man, I just said that 10 minutes ago.
I'm just saying. I'm trying, man.
and
I'm
I said he
trying.
had 2 picks.
So
I'm trying.
I thought we were going to talk about Javonte Williams.
We were.
Let's talk about him.
Most trusted is trying to get that, But look, Javonte Williams, kid out of Carolina who ended up tearing up his knee in Denver, didn't really have what they kind of run they thought, but
he was really good before he got hurt.
Yes. Guy they took in the second round was a good player, Carolina.
But that was 4 years ago, man.
And what I'm here to tell you is when I heard Rico Dowdle $6 million a year, like, no.
So there you go again with that. No.
Oh,
but check this out. Are
you a client too?
It's not a client. You think Rico Dowdle's really getting $6 million a year? That was that projected that PFF put out, okay? And so everybody got, well, I'm not paying Rico $6 million. First of all, $6 million ain't no money, okay? Stop it. But second of all, if Rico was really getting $6 million, if he had a market with $6 million,
he'd already
be off the board. He would already be off the board. Rico is still out there looking for a deal.
I wouldn't pay Najee Harris.
He didn't get that much either.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is you gave $3 million to Javonte Williams. Is he better than Rico?
He's going to be a third down back based on his skill set.
I'm just saying, is he better than Rico? And you gave him $3 million. I mean, I think Rico's gonna come.
Well, he
in
only
like,
has to be half as good.
I think Rico gonna come in $3 or $4 million.
Rico.
Rico averaged 4.6 yards a carry. This guy averaged 3.7 yards a carry.
He's just a guy. Rico's just a guy.
No doubt. But Javonte Williams is just a guy as well.
Right.
Javonte Williams is potentially an exceptional third down back.
What makes him exceptional?
His receiving ability. Talk to people in with the Broncos. They talk about his pass protection.
Sir.
He's one of the best in the league.
Marshall Faulk was an exceptional third down back.
Marshall Faulk was an exceptional first, second, third.
Are you saying you put too much dip on the chip?
Yeah,
I didn't say you were the Hall of Fame.
It's the exceptional that I'm taking exception to, okay?
Jim Brown was a great first and second down back like Rico.
It's exceptional.
See, you hear
he's good. He's a solid. He's a capable third down back.
Potentially exceptional.
I said they spent a little bit of money, and Kaiser Sorsey over here starts moaning and groaning about it. I mean, boy, I tell you, boy, you rich.
Ja.
They spent half as
when
much.
we use exceptional, we don't
I don't
want
think
exceptional.
about
potentially exceptional.
Now, potentially solid.
That's what I said.
Potentially solid. Potentially good. Potentially capable.
Ultimately, we expect the Cowboys to use a first or second day pick on a running back.
Correct. He'll be the number one back.
If it falls that way, if Asher Gentry is gone,
they're going to get one in the first or second round.
We said first or second day, right?
I agree. I'm just saying.
Okay. So
they're drafting a starter at running back.
Okay, that means rounds 1, 2, 3, right? Right? Will you give me that? Most trusted, you going to give me that?
If they don't take one in the first 3 picks,
they
won't care that I'll be very disappointed in them, but I'll be disappointed.
That comes back into Javonte is a dude who's going to be here, has the ability to catch the ball on third down. Can we let Schottenheimer have a little bit of credit here to have what he wants? That the Rico thing, maybe
he's coached an offense that's twice led the NFL in rushing. He told us what he wanted in a back. He wanted a guy who could break tackles, catch the ball out of the backfield. That's what this guy's done. He hasn't been the same player since he suffered the ACL.
Correct.
But he's got 134 missed tackles, 1,777 yards after contact, 966 yards receiving. And you talk to the Broncos, they say he's great at blocking.
And why they let him go?
Pass protection, and because they got other guys.
They're not
one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Oh, they unlike this team, they got some guys. Sean's always collected guys. So
he like running backs.
Yeah, Sean's collected guys. So he's like, he's a Jag. For Sean, he's a Jag. Here, he ain't no Jag. Here, he's a contributor.
No, well, yeah.
I mean, he beats what they've been in the what they had the running back room last year. So, I just when I hear $6 million for Rico, I'm looking elsewhere. Nothing against the player, but I'm looking elsewhere.
But they're spending half as much on this player.
Exactly.
They're going to get two if they draft a running back as a starter. Ultimately, they're going to pay a lot of money to that back early in his career. So they're saving $3 million for Javonte versus what Rico wanted.
Or was projected to want.
Projected to want, because I don't know if Rico's getting $6 million.
Also,
it may be like $4 million at this point.
Rico should have got him a deal done here.
It is what it is.
If that was an option, maybe it wasn't an option.
It is. I'm just not tripping.
No, I'm not tripping. I'm just saying though that this is not an upgrade over Rico, and obviously you're going to draft, but you're going to draft
that guy's coming in the draft.
He's not an upgrade over Rico, not based on what we've seen. No,
I'm saying the guy who's going to replace Rico is coming in the draft.
Yeah, and you could have that guy and Rico.
So this guy doesn't need to be better than Rico, although he might be, but he's definitely going to be a quality third down back, in my opinion.
I like that. I like how you changed it up.
In my opinion?
No, quality.
Quality from exceptional.
Potentially exceptional. He could be potentially exceptional. He'll at least be quality.
Quality. That's a better word. Quality third down back.
The potential of drafted running back at number 1 with Javonte coming in as a third down back with a better ability to catch the ball than Rico, I would tell you I would sign up for that. I would not have it. I would take that. And then another, whatever else they decide to do at the position, I'll go with that. By the way, you checked out your boy Dalvin Cook?
You're just so dirty.
How about James Cook? We'd like to have him from Buffalo.
You're so dirty. You're so dirty.
I've learned from you.
You're so dirty.
You're the best.
Dalvin is doing good, cheerleading his brother, retweeting all his brother's stuff because his brother wants big money.
And changing diapers.
He's doing good.
I mean, now that McCarthy's gone and you got a guy that want to run the ball, if I'm Dalvin Cook, I would seemingly say, hey, Shotty, don't forget about me.
They got Javonte Williams. They got McDonald's money already. They already spent their McDonald's money.
They got Deuce Vaughn.
And they got Deuce Vaughn, and they're going to draft a running back. But, again, the news is the cornerback. I mean, that's the corner. I mean, I think that was the one that was urgent. Once you lost Jordan Lewis, I mean, the fact that the Cowboys acted so quickly, reactionary so quickly.
As soon as you pointed it out, they went and got somebody.
To go in.
As soon as you started bitching about Jordan Lewis not being here.
Again, they cannot go play football at linebacker. They need a linebacker. They still need a starting linebacker, because we don't really know what's going on.
Stay on your cornerback tirade.
Huh?
Stay on your cornerback.
They need a cornerback. They need people at those positions. And again, Kalen Carson has not proven he was not all the hype at training camp, seatbelt, and all the other nicknames that they gave him.
My father has checked in for Buffalo. Bust. He'll fit right in with those underachieving Cowboys. Wish him the best, though.
Not to trump your dad, because I'm sure he's more of an expert, but I just talked to somebody. I got a text back from somebody in the front office in Buffalo who said, great kid, he can play. Low risk, high reward move by Dallas. Smart move, in my opinion, by them. And I said, well, why didn't it work there?
Yes.
Just didn't. I'm going to leave it at that.
It didn't. He liked the cold, man. He liked the cold.
What you mean just didn't?
It didn't like the cold. We're going to give him credit for doing something. We give him credit for doing something early. We're going to give him credit for doing something.
Okay, we give him credit for doing something, man.
Yeah, like give one draft pick and exchanged of an.
I mean, Amani Arurier. I mean, let's look at the corners that we played with. Andrew Booth.
But you haven't seen
Josh Butler. Kalen Carson.
Wasn't Butler good?
Huh?
Wasn't Butler good?
He had one good game, and then he tore his ACL and MCL.
So you're saying he got out at just the right time?
I mean, he got an injury settlement just at the right time.
We came into this show today. They needed a corner.
Yes.
Before this show ends, they'll have a corner. No, it's not Deion, but you knew they weren't going to get a Deion type guy. But they did do something.
Yes, they did something.
Got a walk-in starter.
I think
that's what he said.
Most trusted said, walk in.
Hey, let's talk about this though. He's a former first-round pick. The Solomon Thomas is a former first-round pick.
Yes.
The defensive end, Peyton Turner, former first-round pick.
So they had traits. They had first-round traits.
So they got three former.
Why didn't it ever work out?
3 former first-round picks, guys.
Added to the roster. That's how the headline need to read.
Cowboys acquired 3 first-round picks.
3 former first-round picks.
Heck, they're halfway to what Jimmy was worth.
I mean, Trey Lance was a former first-round pick. How'd that work out?
Yeah, that was good. I think I'll make this prediction. Solomon Thomas will be better than the last number 3 overall pick of the 49ers that the Cowboys acquired.
But he's going to play.
I think all he has to do is play 2 games and it's better.
He's going to get on the field. But 3 former first-round picks. I mean, they like traits. I mean, they're taking low risk, high risk. As the guy said, low risk, high reward chance on a guy who has traits, who has talent, who had somebody thought had a chance to be special. And you're not asking to be a Pro Bowler. You're not asking to be all pro.
At this point in time, they're collecting a lot of people like Mingo, who came in with, hey, we thought he could do this when he came in the league, and so far it hasn't been that way. So Thomas.
Well, what's this kid's contract as a first-round pick? What's he make?
He's played 3 years, right?
Yes.
So he only has 2.
He's in the last year of his deal.
Last year, because you're not going to give him you're not going to do the 5th-year option at the cornerback because it's like top money. So
I'm just
basically,
trying to compare what he's making compared to Jordan Lewis, the decision between him and Jordan Lewis.
All right,
former first-round pick, he probably making like 1.7.
We can look that up, but continue to have some kind of conversation.
Let's hit the break. Let's find the numbers. Make everybody feel good. The Cowboys special teams.
Walk-in starter.
Cowboys special teams returns intact. Can we end on a positive?
Is that what we're doing?
Let's end on a positive. Yeah.
That group scored a lot of points last year.
Hey.
Sadly.
Is that what we're doing?
It's a hard crowd right here. It's Media Mash right here on DallasCowboys.com.
Special teams.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey, Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Cowboys football and Miller Lite. What a pairing. Can cracks at kickoff. Tailgates going way past postgame. Sunday night overtimes followed by Monday morning swagger. Brisket in the smoker. Miller Lite in the cooler. America's team playing America's greatest sport. Miller Lite, the only beer of the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys football tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Fort Worth, Texas.
Back to Media Mash.
Media Mash right here on DallasCowboys.com. Media Mash, Sean Jock Taylor. We got Ed Werder. We have Clarence Hill. I am Newy Scruggs. So, Cowboy free agency is going on. The special teams guys are back. Long snapper.
Steeg. 3
years, $4.45 million.
There's no Lattiser, but okay.
Kevontae Turpin, 3 years, $18 million.
Love it.
Brian Anger, 2-year contract to return as punter. So
hey,
you got your return man, you got your long snapper, you got your punter back here.
Just don't have your special teams coach.
Well, that means there's less activated
punt fakes,
fake punts inside the 30-yard line. So
it means we can go get a cup of coffee on 4th down and 12.
Can you imagine if Fossil and Barry Switzer had worked together? Oh my God, the Cowboys would have been the first team to never punt. Like Washington and Philadelphia go for it on 4th down all the time. Those guys would have done the same thing. They would have revolutionized the game 35 years ago.
A guy that you weren't around, but
I wasn't around. Somebody really?
Yeah. Well, these guys ran off Saad Youssef. You remember you guys ran.
You
off?
called him Saad Khan.
Saad Khan.
Like Genghis.
Saad Khan.
You just called
Shaka Khan.
You just called him Saad Khan. He's not running him off. Jockman, first of all, made him cry. That's another story.
I'm the nicest guy on the paddle.
He was out there campaigning about, was ashamed that they lost Fossil. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember we used to have Saad come in here chatting, and you guys beat him up that time. What did you guys beat him up about? He was playing Trey Lance. Or sitting Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Rush.
Sitting Rush.
The incentive package.
Well, it was 2 years ago against the Giants.
It was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years against the Giants. Like, hey, you knew you were going to blow him out, so why did you bring in Trey Lance to play? Like, well, you had to
win the game.
Yeah, and that was yes. Anyway, you guys roasted.
This ain't Madden, dog. You can't hit the reset button.
Yeah. So anyway, special teams. Do they get any credit there? Clarence?
Yeah, give them credit for bringing their guys back. I mean, yes. I mean, they're one of the best special team batteries in the league. I mean, and they keep those guys, together.
Okay.
Steeg has done a great job because I don't know his name.
Sieg, first of all.
That's what I said. He's done a good job because I don't know his name. Anytime you know the long snapper's name, he's done a poor job. Because I was there. I guess you were there too. The year they went through 3 long snappers.
Yes.
Before Dale Hellestray.
They cost Tim Cedar his job.
Oh, Lord. Tim Cedar.
Snap over his head. He went chasing for it and broke his leg on the play. So I know about long snappers. That's why I say he's no Lattiser, man. LP, it's my dog.
Okay.
We both got hyphens.
All right. Did you find numbers for Elam?
You did.
Yeah, Elam, his base salary next year is 2.5.
And the numbers I found, courtesy of the 33rd team online, says he ranks 127th out of 129 corners that have played 800 or more snaps since 2022 in pass breakups with 4.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Okay, who's below it?
Just what they said.
No, it says nasty The numbers are nasty.
Oh, bad, yeah.
Look, you for a walk-in starter, how do you project that?
Let him catch it and tackle him.
Be a sure tackler.
Amani Arurier.
Okay. Amari Cooper, would that interest?
No, man, I'm not really that interested in spinning the block.
Stephon Diggs, any interest?
I don't like him. I
think some people think they might already have too many Diggs on this team.
He's a good player who seems to be a malcontent everywhere he goes for whatever reason.
But
I don't need the Cardi B factor coming here either.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man.
You know, he's dating Cardi B.
Well, C.J. Stroud was a lot better player before he got hurt than he was after Diggs got injured.
Yes,
but
I'm not interested in Diggs.
I can't see Cooper coming back given the issues that caused him to leave in the first place. The whole vaccine, pandemic.
5 years ago, man.
COVID.
5 years ago.
And he wasn't very good in Cleveland last year or
RFK's making sure that
that
happens again. So
he did nothing in Buffalo.
He did
I was a little
nothing in
surprised by
Buffalo.
that.
Okay. All right.
Cooper Kupp's another story, though. I would bring in Cooper Kupp. If they sign Cooper Kupp, free agency's a success.
A success?
A success.
One guy?
One guy.
What?
When's the last time they signed a guy that good?
Depends on what they're paying him.
He's a guy who knows how to win in the postseason.
Does he?
You told us it doesn't matter what
all you've talked about is how these guys don't rise to the occasion in the postseason. Now you're talking about a guy who's a Super Bowl MVP.
Of the whole league.
A guy who won the Triple Crown, receiving Triple Crown 3 years ago. Jamar Chase just did it this year. There's only 5 of those guys ever.
And he's been injured ever since.
Right, he's missed a lot of games. He's played 33
When's the last time he had a 1,000-yard season?
Since that Triple Crown year.
That Triple Crown year.
You know, he's only had 2 1,000-yard seasons his whole career.
Whole career.
But nobody's been more productive in their first 100 games in the NFL than he has.
Okay, but we on to the second 100 now.
Well, that's okay. That's why he's not staying with the Rams. That's why he's available.
Devontae Adams took his spot.
Talk about walk-in starters.
He would be a walk-in starter with this team, with this receiving core.
Like, don't you want a guy who can help your quarterback, help CeeDee Lamb? Like, they'd have 2 of the 3 best slot receivers in football.
I'm only afraid that we may be swayed by the name on the back of the jersey.
Well, again, it depends on how much it costs. I mean, I'm not paying him $20 million. And I don't think he's going to get $20 million. You don't have to. I don't think he's going to get $20 million.
What do you think a nice number for him would be?
10.
Basically, could you slide him into the Cooks spot? In terms
is that what Cooks was making?
Yeah, Cooks is about 9, 10.
He ain't gonna take 10 just on GP.
Well, he gonna take whatever the market says he gonna take.
Well, he's made $70 million on his last contract.
I mean, he gonna take whatever the market.
His money should not be the primary issue.
His agent has already figured out what the market is.
Yeah, he's been available, right? The Rams said weeks ago that he was available. I bet he signs quickly.
Okay. I mean, Rico was supposed to get 6. that market hasn't happened yet. I mean, I'm just saying, and I know, DeMarcus Lawrence wants good money on the market, but
what is good money for DeMarcus Lawrence?
Oh, I think he wants 10.
Everybody wants 10. Is that like a nice round number?
We all have dreams.
You're not paying them 10?
No. Well, first off, if the Cowboys just
can anybody but us do the job for something other than money? We're the only ones here who.
I mean, at the end of the
do
day,
it out of love of the sport.
I love of the sport, love of the game. Just to come up here, all the gas money we spend to come up here.
Yeah, Tank Lawrence should.
Now I'm about that paper.
Never play again for the Cowboys.
Because
Tank Lawrence should never play again.
Why?
Move on.
Why?
He's been hurt. Why are you going to keep paying somebody who's hurt? You play in the trenches. You playing there over a decade.
Didn't he play every game the previous 2 years? 17 starts?
Yes, he did. He played every game the previous year.
I'm not paying for that anymore.
Well, again,
thank you.
Again, it depends on what
you got. You got Lattimore here. Go find some more guys.
Nealon.
Yes, I'm just not doing it. I'm just at some point in time, and this is one of my big issues with Jerry through the years.
Doesn't move on.
Thank you.
Well, they've moved on. I mean, I'm just saying it depends on what the cost is, of course.
No
matter if he comes back for $3 million, you wouldn't do it.
No,
that's wrong.
No. Thank you.
Put him in a rotation with the young guys and let Tank be Tank.
And what's that?
Your best run defender you got on defensive line?
Oh, that's a great run defense they had last year.
He missed 13 games.
And the year before that, too, right?
And the only guy that was out there making tackles for losses was Tank Lawrence.
How about them playoff games?
Wow.
I mean, if that's the case, we can do the whole team. Dak, CD, everybody, Micah. If we're gonna talk about production, I mean, we can say everybody. If that's the standard,
right?
I'm a host of the show now. You come over here.
At some point in time,
if that's the standard,
got to cut it off.
If that's the
cut
standard,
it off sometime. Right?
If that's the standard,
cut it off.
Then get rid of all of them because ain't none of them done anything in the playoffs.
Boy, I tell you, boy, you and these clients, man.
I mean,
on him,
Ja, is that the standard?
I don't think Tank is one of his clients. He got a lot of clients, but I don't think Tank's in his portfolio.
The thing I wonder
Tank is a good football player, period.
The thing I wonder
It's
about
like
I didn't say he wasn't. I just said I'm not paying anymore. You should be done. Move on.
Like
Move
San
on.
Francisco, cut everybody.
Hello?
build around the quarterback that's about to get paid.
He's only getting paid so much though. He's not.
It's not going to be $60 million.
They're not
going to be 50.
They're not turning this into San Francisco. The Cowboys are paying Dak, CD, finna pay Micah. They just paid Osa. They're not gutting this. This is not a soft rebuild, or anything like that.
What is it?
Well, that's a $64,000 question.
You've said goodbye to Zach. It's time to say goodbye.
That was his choice.
Yes, and
and now it's time to move on from.
But Zach,
the thing I don't know about DeMarcus is like,
gotta help him.
Was there a difference of opinion on whether he should have come back toward the end of last season from that injury? That's what I wonder. Because
was there a what now?
Was there a difference of opinion between the team and the player about whether he should have come back?
No.
From that injury last year,
no,
even though the games were relatively
he wasn't coming back if they didn't
I know
have
he wasn't coming back.
He
didn't come back.
He wasn't coming back unless the game meant something.
That's what I mean. That could have.
Did the team want him to come back? Is the question.
Right.
Once the season was over, no. I mean, I don't think they weren't forcing him back on the field. No, they weren't saying come back out here and play out the string. You know, in the season that's gone.
He had a good run. He had a good run when he was here
for a second-round pick.
Yeah, he had a good run.
Hell of a run.
Right.
Come on back, Tank.
And on the
if you don't have him, you might be playing against him with Dan Quinn in Washington.
Exactly.
Situational pass rusher.
They're trying to last year against Dan Quinn.
What's that? They went 1-1.
Okay.
Is that good enough?
Hey.
What did Dan Quinn do? He went to the NFC Championship game in his first year. Pretty good.
Hey.
Pretty good.
Now can you do it again?
What did the guy here do?
Got fired.
But Most Trusted said he was set up to fail.
Because they didn't invest in him? Well, isn't the same thing happening right now then? Did you think that they would invest in free agency to support their decision to promote Brian Schottenheimer to a first-time head coach?
When the vice president said we're going to be selectively aggressive, I mean we're going to take our spots, and we're going to be more active early on than we were last year. When they recognized that we made some mistakes last year, when they clear out his cap room, I fell for the okie doke. I mean, what did you clear the cap room for? You could have done that. Why did you clear all the cap room before the start of free agency if you're not going to use it?
They still could, but they haven't so far.
Yeah.
A lot of good players have signed in other places.
I fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
That's why you're so irritated.
Fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
You know what?
That's Bush told you. President Bush told you.
They made you look bad.
Can't get food.
It made me look bad. Huh?
President Bush told you. Can't get food.
Looking for them crates of free agents up under the dirt.
Thank you, Jacques. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Clarence Hill. I'm Newy Scruggs for Chris Beam, Jazz, Josh, everybody here at DallasCowboys.com. Thank you for checking us out. We'll talk to you next week.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?